Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, and we're back in SnowRunners today, guys. Today we're going to be looking at the 750 and a little tiny Scout. I call it a Scout Semi because it should be a Scout. I don't know if this update has put the atomical winch on only off-road semis, but the little Scout vehicle you can. Now in this update, you can now switch to gallons to miles instead of the metric. And now we actually have a full steering capability. So if you are playing on a steering wheel, you can now play the game in steering wheel. There is one side note I will say: the turn off beacons do not work quite quickly on some vehicles, and the F750 does crash. At least I found on consoles, on Xbox, crashes me and my dad's game like crazy. More my dad, he's playing on Xbox X. I'll skip this part for you guys. No, I'll just talk this part because I want to talk about something. So, game still takes forever to load. One thing I will disclaim right now: this is not a full DLC. They are releasing the DLCs in parts because there's another map to this map, which is coming in the next update. What I like about that is when they come out with an update, a lot of games come out with one single big update. And there is so many bugs, and they don't fix all those bugs because it's such a big update. They can't do another big update. What I like about this is the updates make you want the updates because you know there's stuff coming with the updates. You know there's more features, there's more vehicles, so you'll look forward to those updates and you will report DLC issues and stuff like that. Okay, what should I take? What should I take? I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take the flotation tires because those are awesome. They're like the most OP vehicle in the world. That vehicle, that is what I'm talking about. That GMC, oh that's another thing I'm going to talk about. The GMC now has all-wheel drive. I don't know how many two-wheel drive vehicles are in the game that did not have four-wheel drive options. This is off of that, try and talk and watch the video at the same time. That's classified as an off-road vehicle. It should not, because that's a medium atomic winch. I don't know, all off-road vehicles have an atomic winch now, which would be cool because I hate when semis flip over, so I always need to recover to the garage, which I know but sucks, because when you recover to the garage, you have to drive all the way back over there. I don't like the new menu. I mean, yes, I do like having the tasks back now, where you can actually see what tasks are. But as you can tell, I'm clicking on them and it's not telling me if I need brick, if I need wood, if I get a vehicle for doing that task, what I be doing with that task, if I be doing anything. Now, the contests are still there in the same spot. Please, game developers are watching, please put what you originally had in the game where the contest and task in the same part. It just makes it much easier to scroll through, to find the garage, find your stuff. You just made the game more complicated because you don't have the garages in the right location. There is not more than one. So when you recover to that garage, you have to drive all the way back. And if you have a map that has 1, 2 garages and 3 or 2 other maps that don't have garages, it sucks. Because if you flip over, you run out of fuel, you're fully damaged, you have to recover back to garage, which takes so long driving back. It's just very, very dumb. Yes, I'll admit there are some things I don't like about the update, like the task, and how the Ford F750 crashes your game. I don't like that. Two biggest things I do like is the graphics of the new map, and how it's all based around war. World War II to be exact. There's a World War II sub you can actually have to find parts for, and an airplane. And features I like about the new map: ice actually breaks in some spots where you can actually break the ice, and you do get stuck. Depending on how heavy you are, you might not break it going super fast in a light vehicle, but if you're in a heavy carrying fuel or something behind you, you will get stuck. So now we're going to travel into the most beautiful map so far. I can now wait for the second part of this update to hit, because there's always, if you have watched and have followed the focus on YouTube, before the game released, they showed the Season Pass 1, and they showed how 7 new vehicles for each DLC, new custom features, and some stuff like that. One thing I am super excited for, call me whatever you want, I cannot wait for the Canadian DLC. The Canadian DLC I cannot wait for because I'm a big fan of watching stuff build right in front of you, and Canadian's all about that. Now, one thing I will say, if they don't fix the task, Canadian DLC will kind of have a grudge. Because if it's like that, I want to know if I need to bring 7 pieces of wood, not drive all the way to there and not get stuck or eaten by the Sam Squatch or a grizzly bear, and I had to drive all the way back because I had to activate it and not know I need 7 pieces of wood, and I only had 2, and I got attacked by a grizzly bear and I flipped over. And yes, there are wolves in the game in Alaska, if you didn't know that. My dad used this vehicle, but he flipped over a ton. Now, my dad's playing on Xbox X, and I noticed on Xbox X, especially the Season Pass owners, like me, who pre-ordered on Xbox, on the store on Xbox, that game is full of bugs. But this vehicle, if I suggest you guys, just get this vehicle. And put those big, giant flotation tires on it, because those things are the best in the snow. They're very lightweight. And I haven't had too much issue in deep snow or that, and I haven't had no issues on this new map, which is saying something because a lot of vehicles get stuck, especially due to ice and that. And this is running the stock engine and stock airbox, so yeah. So I'm gonna drive and I'm gonna find those new vehicles for you guys, and I'll show you the location. So this will be like a little spoiler if you don't want to see where they are and you want to find them yourself. Skip to the end, like, comment, and share this video. If not, stick to the end and you get to see where they are located. Off to the sunset. Here we go. Dun dun da da da. I just got an achievement for unlocking all garages. Now, watch this magic. And boom, look at that magic. So I have found both of them right where I am. I will recover this to the garage after. It'll make more sense in the video. That's where the one little semi is, and that's where the trailer. So I suggest you, what you should do is come from the garage, either come from the back. Now just be careful, you see that dark blue, do not, for the love of God, drive in that, because you'll sink right to the bottom and you have to recover the garage. Drive around that, go up that little road, you'll find that trailer store. This is the other tunnel entry for the other map, the F750 there. It's a mission starts with F, I believe. I could be wrong on that. So let me show these two things off for you guys. We got the little one with the hunter. Now what I like about this semi is it has an atomical medium winch. That is so nice, because you flip this over, you can re-flip yourself. I can't tell you how many times I had to recover to the garage on a map that did not have a garage. I had to drive all the way back over there. It's a nightmare. I haven't found the race suspension for this yet. Where you do find this, I will say somewhere, if you keep going straight where after you find this vehicle, I believe that's where the GMC 4 drive upgrade is. Another new feature is when you hit the trailers on the back, it tells you how much fuel you have. Now this Ford, mixed feelings. I don't have the race suspension, and one big thing I have is, what's the point of upgrading the engine if it doesn't do anything? It's a C-Class for the power to rate ratio, which I think is the lowest for a scout vehicle, especially the size, and I'm carrying the 5.0, which if you don't know, in the Chevy, when you put the 5, it goes from, like, I think, S-Class? Like, come on, game developers. Please fix this issue. I did put that comical winch on this. I just love that hunter. Now this is what's so cool about this. Flatbed. Yes, you heard that right. This scout vehicle is the only scout vehicle that can put a flatbed. And this is a second scout vehicle you can put a crane on it. Because the other one is the international not an international scout, the other international scout vehicle. It's a pickup truck with a crew cab. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's not the international scout because that you cannot put on it. That's a SUV. This is a pickup truck. Well, that's going to be it, guys. See you in the next one. Thanks for 170 subscribers. Peace.